It's your man RTP Skull Gang in the building. You already know what it is. I'm here. I just wanted to make a quick video because I want to enjoy the rest of this Sunday. I got big things, I'm doing big things. I just want to enjoy the rest of this Sunday. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? Boom, 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 boom. Shout out to my boy P Nash, man. P Nash, man, the time has come, bro. I'm done with the over the country truck driving, so I'm gonna be driving locally. I don't have a job yet, but the next job I'm gonna get, I'm gonna be driving locally. So that means I'm back in Vegas to stay. I'm not going nowhere. So you already know what that means, bro. We're gonna have to be going out. We're gonna have to be watching the games out there. You already know what it is, bro. It's time to do it. Anyways, but Crazy Skull Gang in the building. You already know what it is. What did I say? I was telling everybody, look, this game is gonna say a lot because I said this. I said the last two games that Fitzpatrick had, even though you should have seen it after the Bears game, these last two games showed Winston and the fans. I mean, I already knew, but showed the fans, some of them, because some of them are still in denial. But the most important part, showed Winston, hey, Fitzpatrick is not better than you. It wasn't Fitzpatrick doing all these Fitzmagic things. It was the offense, and the NFL didn't know how to guard them. Now the NFL knows how to guard those weapons, having Deshaun Jackson, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, all those weapons. Now the NFL, OJ Howard, Cameron Brate, now the NFL knows how to guard all of them. And what the new offensive coordinator, Todd Monken, was doing, now they see what they're doing, and now they're guarding them a certain way where you can't throw over the top. It wasn't Jameis where, you can't throw over the top. Jameis is not explosive as Fitzpatrick was when he had these weapons. It wasn't that. It was the NFL figured out how to guard the weapons. And then we throw Jameis in there, and now Jameis is not looking explosive because they figured out how to guard what Todd Monken was trying to do with those weapons. So now that Jameis goes and sees Fitzpatrick and seeing, okay, Fitzpatrick's not throwing down the field no more. He's missing Deshaun Jackson down the field a lot. He's not getting no explosive plays. Fitzpatrick's looking bad in the pocket. Fitzpatrick can't drive the team down the field. He's struggling to go down the field. It gave Jameis his confidence back. Like, okay, it's not me, and it wasn't Fitzpatrick. Had nothing to do with me, had nothing to do with Fitzpatrick. It was the NFL. But what the NFL was doing to stop those weapons, we already knew that Jameis knows how to drive down the field. You're not going to throw over the top, so you're going to have to just drive down the field on us. Jameis knows how to drive down the field, but he was trying to do what Fitzpatrick was doing with these weapons. And that's what was bugging him. That's why he was forcing things. He was trying to look like Fitzpatrick out there. Everybody was saying, Fitzpatrick has his offense on a whole nother level. It wasn't that. It was the fact that we're incorporating Chris Godwin in the offense more. It was the fact that we're incorporating Deshaun Jackson in the slot a lot more. It was the fact that we're actually calling little plays for Deshaun Jackson instead of just sending him down the field. It was the fact that our offensive coordinator was taking shots on first down instead of running it. It was all these factors that offensively we looked completely different than what we usually look like. And because of that, we were more explosive, and the NFL didn't know how to handle it yet. The first team that stepped up to us and shut that crap down was who? Pittsburgh Steelers. Hit Fitzpatrick in the mouth, put everybody back and say, you're not throwing deep on us. You're not throwing deep on us. You're going to have to drive down the field on us. That was the first team that did it, and everybody did it ever since then, and we haven't looked like that same offense ever since then, and I knew we wasn't going to look like that same offense ever since then because they're going to protect against that. So what happened was Jameis gets thrown in the fire, and everyone's like, he's never gonna look like he's never gonna make the team look like the way Fitzpatrick's gonna make the team look like. Of course, Fitzpatrick is not gonna look like that anymore because the defense knows what we're doing now. Anyways, Jameis goes has probably the worst 3 games that one of the worst 3 games that I've seen. Like I said, I haven't seen him play any good games yet. I didn't like any of the games that he played. I didn't like any of them. Even though I supposedly one of the games was one of his best games in his career. One of those games, I don't know which one it was. Someone told me some stat like that, and I was like, I don't even care. I don't even care. In my eyes, one of his best games. I didn't like the way Jameis was playing. After we beat the Browns, I said the same thing after we beat the Browns. I said, dude, I know we just beat the Browns, but I want my old Jameis back. I want my old Jameis. With this new Jameis looks different. Like I don't know what it is. Did he lose his confidence? I don't know what it is. Anyways, long story short, when they put Fitzpatrick back there, and Fitzpatrick came back and started starting again, and Fitzpatrick started looking like Fitzpatrick because the defense knows what we're doing now, or not know what we're doing, but, protecting against the big explosive plays now, forcing Fitzpatrick to have to drive down the field. Fitzpatrick started looking normal. I said, you know what? Hopefully, I wasn't 100% sure. I said, hopefully, this gives Jameis confidence like, yo, it wasn't him. Oh, okay. It wasn't Fitzpatrick. I don't have to try to force and make this offense go the way Fitzpatrick was making it go because it wasn't Fitzpatrick. It was just our offensive weapons and the league not knowing what we're doing with them. So he took a step back, not forcing anything. I'm going to go through my reads. I'm going to take the easy passes. He went back to his progression of how he was progressing as a quarterback. Remember, using the checkdowns a lot more, taking the easy passes, not forcing nothing. He went back to settling down. He was doing so good in the preseason, and then it felt like, even though he was the best type of quarterback he could have been in the beginning of the preseason, it was like we already was like, oh, it's not good enough because look what Fitzpatrick is doing right now. Look at what Fitzpatrick's doing with this offense. Even though Jameis has just progressed and had the best preseason and one of the most accurate preseason and one of the most quarterback completions, everything, the best he's ever had in preseason, showing that he's progressed. He's taking the check downs. He's running a little bit more, not taking no chances. He's doing all these things and he's slowly progressing. And then Fitzpatrick was like, whoop. Oh, look what Fitzpatrick's doing with the offense. Oh, even though Jameis is slowly progressing, he's not doing what Fitzpatrick's doing up here, so we don't want him no more, which was forcing Jameis to be like, okay, I got to hurry up and progress up here. And him forcing things and trying to be what Fitzpatrick was doing up here with this offense, and that messed everything up, okay? So you got that. Mixed in with the fact that he hasn't played with an NFL wide receiving core in the last 3 weeks. He hasn't been able to throw to anybody who's NFL ready in the last 3 weeks. So his timing with the teammates and everything was just terrible because he had to get back in sync and back in rhythm with everybody. All that stuff mixed in together gives you what you got, man. Gives you what you got in his first 3 games. It is what it is, bro. I'm mad because I feel like the season is a waste. Panthers were in the wild card spot. They got 6 wins. We got 4 wins, bro. We got 4 wins. We should have beat the Bengals game. We should have won the Bengals game. We should have won the Steelers game. We should have beat the who else? I think there was somebody else we should have beat. Long story short, we should be in that wild card spot right now. We should be fighting for the division with the Saints right now. Now, with all the injuries and everything defensively, what's going on defensively? I'm not saying that our defense would have been better. Our defense is what our defense is. That has nothing to do with our quarterback situation and all that stuff. Our defense is what the defense is. So, because of what our defense is, I can't sit here and act like for sure we would have been fighting for the division. I don't know that because our defense, I wasn't expecting our defense to be as bad as it is, and I definitely wasn't expecting our defense to be as hurt as it is right now. But for damn sure, we should be in playoffs easily right now. We should be like, oh yeah, we're going to the playoffs. Like we should be taking a wild card spot right now and looking at everybody else down there like you're never gonna catch up to us to get the wild card spot. One wild card spot right now should be taken over, and just like we're not gonna catch up to the Saints because they got 9 wins, but we should be at like 7 or 8 wins right now. And looking down at everybody like you're not, you guys could fight for that other wild card spot, but we got the other wild card spot. You know what I'm saying? That's where we should be right now, and we're not. And I feel like it's a wasted season. Now, as far as the coaching staff, all that other stuff, man, I don't even feel like getting into it because I just want to enjoy this win, bro. I just want to enjoy this win. I will say this. I will say this. The defense did look a lot more, what do you call it? It actually, when you watch the defense, it actually felt like we had a defensive game plan. You get what I'm saying? Not here to say, oh, our defense ball, even though our D-line did ball out. Shout out to Nassib. Shout out to Gerald. Shout out to Vinny. Shout out to JPP. Our shout out to Vita Vea. Our D-line did the damn thing today, okay? So our D-line did ball out. But I'm not here to act like our defense was just really good. Our defense had 2 people to stop or at least slow down. The running back and Kittle. We really didn't stop the running game. We really didn't stop the running game. But we definitely slowed down or stopped Kittle. Definitely. And it actually looked as a defense like we actually had a game plan. Now, I do know it's not that hard because there's not many people to cover as far as you got Kittle and the running back. There's not many people to game plan against. But we did it. And we looked like we game planned to do it. You know what I'm saying? We looked like we game planned to stop or slow down Kittle. And we did. So that's what I'm saying. Our defense did look a little better as far as we looked like we had a game plan and we were executing. To be dead honest with you, the person on defense that had the worst game today was probably Carlton Davis. And I ain't gonna lie, he did look a little stiff. There was a lot of times where they show the replay and he's on the receiver and then the receiver will break. And it's like he can't break and close the gap. Like they're running together and the receiver would break this way and he would just slowly start turning this way. Like it's like he was really stiff. I don't know what it was, to be honest. But he got hurt. Ryan Smith comes in and Ryan Smith did a lot better job on Payton or whatever, Payton, whatever his name is, that wide receiver. I can't think of his name right now. But anyways, besides that, our defense did pretty decent. Our safeties did pretty good. Our backups to the backups of our linebackers did pretty good. Shout out to Bond. I think he looked really athletic. I think he just got to get better at hitting the target. He gets to the target. He got to get better at bringing the target down. But Bond looked very athletic today. I liked what I seen from Bond today. And Riley Bola, he looked pretty decent today. He looked a lot faster than I remember him seeing in preseason. I'll tell you that. I hope Riley Bola could be something for us because I love his attitude. I know Riley Bola is one of those players where like you don't have to worry about him studying tape or really trying. Pettis, thank you, Rays fan, thank you. But Bola's one of those guys that you ain't gotta worry about giving his all. Ryan Nassib is a mother freaking beast. Ryan Nassib was just destroying niggas all day. Ryan Nassib was just the 2 best D linemen today was Ryan Nassib, and then in the second half, Vita Vea. Vita Vea was tearing it up in the second half. So shout out to Vita Vea, shout out to Nassib, bro. JPP and Gerald McCoy both did their things. They both got sacks. Shout out to JPP getting 10 sacks today. You know what I'm saying? Got more sacks than fingers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to JPP. Man, I'm so glad I was so wrong about him. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say about the defense, man. The defense did the thing. Shout out to Jordan Whitehead, bro. Shout out to Jordan Whitehead, low key shut down Kittle. It was really Jordan Whitehead. Every time that Kittle was doing damage, it was because Jordan Whitehead wasn't on him. Jordan Whitehead low key shut down Kittle. Now, I'm not saying Kittle didn't have nothing. I'm pretty sure Kittle got his yards. But I'm saying every time Jordan Whitehead was on Kittle, nothing happened. So shout out to Jordan Whitehead. He pretty much did his thing. Um, but yeah, those were the players. Offensively, look, man, offensively, Jameis looked like he was back to regular Jameis. Jameis looked like he didn't have no stress. Jameis looked like he didn't have a monkey on his back. Jameis looked like he didn't have nothing over his head, like he was worried about anything. He looked very calm, did his thing. He was on point. He had Mike Evans over the top, which should have been a touchdown. Mike Evans ran out of bounds. Only person he couldn't hit was Deshaun Jackson. He has no chemistry with Deshaun Jackson, man. None whatsoever. Everybody else he got chemistry with, man. It's crazy. But it is what it is, man. Our run game did really good today. Not like we're a good running team now, but for us, our run game did very good today. Shout out to Payne Barber. Shout out to Jacquizz Rodgers. They did really good. They did good in our standards. We had a decent run game that kept them at least semi-balanced. It was this was a shout out. Hold up. Shout out to our kicker Santos, who hasn't missed one field goal or extra point since we've signed the nigga. Let me get a matter of fact, I need y'all. Y'all gotta give this nigga, please. Let me see some hand claps for Santos. You know what it is. Please let me see some hand claps for Santos, because he has been down the pipe, right in the middle, since we've signed him. Shout out P Nash. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to Santos, bro, because it's been literally down the middle every kick, man. So shout out to that. This was the first game. Shout out to big Buck Crazy giving the applause. Shout out to Ray's fan giving the applause, and Big Joe giving the applause. Today was the first game where we had an all-around good team win. Good team win. Defense bent. Matter of fact, defense had the goal line stop. Had the goal line stop. We got 2 turnovers. Defense did their thing today. Defense, look, I know it's the Niners. They don't have a lot of weapons. Look, defense, like I said, today we had a good team win. Defense did their job. It's the Niners, but they did their job. What, they got 9 points on us? 9 points on us? I'm sure some of these people in our division, if they play the Niners or other teams that the Niners have played, have scored more than 9 points. So, shout out to the defense. They did their thing. Shout out to the offense. We did what we do. We always score, once again, 20 to 27 points. We always score 20 to 27 points. We're always around there. Always. It's easy. We got a good offense. But we shout out to the offense. We took care of the ball. Nobody fumbled the ball. We took care of the ball. We were able to be semi-balanced. We ran the ball decently. Shout out to our special teams. No punt returns brought back. Good coverage. Great punts by our punter. And all our field goals, extra points were made, bro. This is one of those things where you just gotta look. I know it's the Niners. I know we're 4-7, I think. I know these things. I know this as well. But these are one of these things where you just gotta, like, you know what? Shout out to the Bucks. Shout out to the team. This is what we need to do consistently. We got one game. Let's start now. We got one game. That's down. We got the Panthers. You know we could beat the Panthers. The Panthers are not this scoring juggernaut. They really not. The Panthers did nothing but trickery plays on us. We can outscore the Panthers. So you know we could beat the Panthers. Then we got the Saints. We've beaten the Saints already. We outscored them. I don't think we're going to outscore them this time. So we're going to have to play some defense on the Saints. It's going to be hard. The Saints going to be a hard team to beat, man. It is what it is. But then all the teams after that, we can outscore every team we play after the Saints. So we got one game, man. Let's keep it going, bro. I'm not going to say it means anything yet, because we're going to need some key losses for these wins to start meaning something if we keep winning. But like I said, we need to keep winning for our morality. I think I used that word right. We need to, whether we have the same coaching staff, which I doubt, or we have a new coaching staff, This roster, coaching staff, a lot of people are like, oh, clean house. I'm going to tell you right now, if we get a new coaching staff, I doubt that we're going to clean house. I doubt that we're going to have any new players on this team. You know, maybe probably Deshaun Jackson's going to be gone. Maybe one other person's from our defensive line. Maybe Vinny Curry might be gone. Even though I don't know what his contract, I think we have him for another couple of years or whatever. But I mean, people like that are going to be gone. But we're still going to have Justin Evans. We're still going to have Whitehead. We're still going to have Levante and Quan and Kendall Beckwith. We're still going to have Carlton Davis. Brent Grimes might be gone. Deshaun Jackson's might be gone. But we're still going to have our O-line. Maybe just Dotson might be gone. Might retire. But we're still going to have our own line. We're still going to have OJ. We're still going to have Cameron. We're still going to have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Adam Humphries. We're still going to have these players. And these coaches aren't going to – these are good players. These coaches aren't going to do nothing with them. They're going to keep them, and we're going to continue to go. So what I'm saying is, for next year, we need to win. We need to feel like, yo, I don't know what we did in the beginning of the season, but we're winning now, and we know. I'm not talking about one game like we did the year before. We had the one game against the Saints where it's like, yo, we beat the Saints and we're not even at full strength and we beat the Saints. And the Saints tried really hard to beat us week 17 so they could win the division. They tried really hard and they couldn't beat us. But that's one game. I don't want just one game. I want the rest of the season. I want the team to be like, yo, we got our D-line. When we get our linebackers back, we got some corners. Our offense, I really think our offense already knows that we're unstoppable. But you know what I'm saying? I want that to be the feeling. I want to get rid of that losing stench this season. Even though it won't help us in anything, we can get rid of that stench. Like, we know we're better than half of these other teams. We're going to be facing teams that are all either going to be in the playoffs or all fighting to get in the playoffs. I would love to beat all these teams so we can sit back and say, bro, we're better than half the league, bro. We're better than those teams. Oh, look, they're in the playoffs and we just beat them. Next year, whatever coaching staff we get, we're going full throttle and we know we can beat these guys. That's what I'm talking about. That's all I want. Let me go through these comment sections real quick, but I want to get back to these games. Mazeman says it is intermediate stuff we had to do on offense. Winston Sitton, I think, saw this and had to adjust. Ray said very efficient game by Winston. Amazement says him sitting and taking deep breath made him have to be more efficient. He checked ball a lot today. Yes, P. Nash said we got 2 picks today. Facts. Amazement says sometimes seeing the field from a distance, a quarterback needs like hitting reset button. Almost new staff will help him overall through. We all know what he's capable of. Megatron said good game, bro. Good game, Megatron. Shout out to the 49er fans, man. Tampa Bay Ray says, why was Fitzpatrick activated on the roster is beyond me. His time is up and activated Griffin for the rest of the season. Facts. That's another thing. I don't know why we still haven't put Griffin in to find out what he has. We need to put him in, bro. If we have a game that we're ahead or a game that we're behind, stop putting Fitzpatrick in. Put Ryan Griffin and find out what we have in that guy. He had a better preseason than Fitzpatrick, so why are we not giving this guy a chance? Mazeman717 says, yeah, Mega, good luck with Jimmy G when he comes back. Classy move by Amazement. Tampa Bay Rays fan says Falcons. Mazeman717 says, good to get W, but still hurts to be on outside looking in. Facts. Ray says, 4 out of 7 losses is by a TD or less by the Bucks. Yeah. Mazeman717 says Steelers, ATL, Bengals, Giants. Even if we split them, we're in contention. Facts. Yeah, we should have won the Steelers. We should have won ATL. We should have won the Bengals game. We should have won the Giants game. Facts. Yep. Damn, that's a lot of games, man. But Rays fan says Bucks second quarter defense is the setback of this team. I don't know if you're preferring. I hope you're not preferring to like the fourth quarter because they were playing prevent. Oh, that was all prevent. JPP 10.5 sacks. We stopped the drought. Facts. Mazeman717 says this game was same as Skins except we took care of the ball on offense and scored in red zone. Facts. I forgot the Redskins game too. That's another game. Facts. Pettis, Amazement717 says we should have beat Skins like this. Pedestrian offense, better in red zone and solid D. Everything the Niners had except Breda is younger and fresher than Peterson. Yeah. Amazement717 says Carl Nassib. P Nash says man 94. Facts. That's Nassib. Shout out to Barber. Facts. Shout out to Barber. But Crazy said Amazement717 says shout out to Evans for keeping streak alive for yards. Facts. I forgot about that. Shout out to Evans for that. Big Joe says Carl Nassib, yo, keep this dude. Oh, there's no way we will be so stupid to let go of that guy. Bucks Rays fan says that is how they should use Winston on every game. Facts. P Nash says D-Jax needs to stop jogging. Facts. P Nash. Mazeman says yeah, Nassib was good addition. Sometimes going to new team and environment helps. And Buckner, I have to put it on Buckner. I have to give it to Buckner. Everyone's applauding for the kicker, Santos. Amazement says Santos is knocking him down the middle, fam. No hooks. Yep. Amazement said coffin, put him in the coffin. P Nash says he makes the kicks look easy. Yes. We got to clean up out penalties. Yeah. Amazement717 says last time they made a goal stop was on Browns. They did rowboat celebration. Thank you, sir. P Nash says Panthers lost today. Yes, they did. Coffins, no turnovers by Amazement. Red zone TDs. Coffins. Rays fan says revamp the D line other than Villa, JPP, Nassib, and Gerald. Find a higher apparent for McCoy in the draft. Amazement717 says exactly for teams morale, and for ourselves don't go out as losers. Facts. Amazement717 says key young guys will be there. The players that were here during that losing culture can leave. Tampa Bay Ray fan says if they finish 7-9, 8-8, end on a high note with something to look forward to next season. Yes. Amazement717 says yes. Just keep the youngsters and get rid of players that have that okay with losing stench on them. Big Joe says just feels good to get a win. Enjoy this, fans. Yes, exactly. And Rays fan says I am talking about the season overall, about the second quarter defense that is in -40. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Rays fan. So yeah, once again, it's not just the win; it's that it was a very good team win. You know what I'm saying? Like again, it's not that they couldn't keep up with us, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't even that they couldn't keep up with us because offensively we were scoring, but defensively we were stopping them. So it was a very good all-around team win. Offense, defense, special teams. Very good, very good, very good, very good. We played sound football, offense, defense, special teams. Very good team win, man. I appreciate you guys. Big Joe says Winston keeps it up. That's my quarterback. Facts. We will give him a $20 million contract. That is our quarterback. Anyways, it's been good watching these games with you guys. You already know, man. I love my Bucks, and I love when I can talk to real Buck fans. And again, I've said this many times. It has nothing to do with, oh, you can't be negative about my Buck fans. I mean, about my Buck fans. You can't be negative about my team. You can be negative about the team. I'm negative about the team sometimes, but only when they deserve to be talked about negative. You can't just... If you didn't watch the game, you can't just look at the stat and say, oh, this guy's a bust, or this guy says. You got to be knowledgeable, talk real football, and you got to be reasonable about what you're talking about. It's really retarded to say that any rookie is a bust. It's okay to say that you're not pleased. I'm not pleased with Ronald Jones. Ronald Jones hasn't done nothing. I'm not going to say he's a bust. There's no way you can call a rookie a bust. It's just not smart. It's just not smart. Anyways, that's all I'm saying, man. I appreciate you, Buck fans. You know who you guys are, man. Especially my day ones, my skull gangs, all that stuff. You know who you guys are, man. I say you guys' names on here all the time. I appreciate you guys watching the games with me and having these Buck talks when it's good and when it's bad, especially when it's bad because you guys are like my therapy. It's your man RTP. My phone's about to die. Skull gang in the building. Mizma says, Winston's, that's my quarterback in TO voice. LOL. Shout out to y'all. Shaman RTP, Skull Gang in the building. Remember, when they say real talk, don't forget the Perez. Do some out, guys.